This is your guide to writing a professional email, a guide to effectively communicating with your professors, other students, and business colleagues. Let's start with your email address. Keep it classy. For school-related emails, you will need to use your assigned school email address. In other professional scenarios, you may use this email or create a new one yourself. If you choose to do this, just use your name. Use periods, like n.johnson, hyphens, n-johnson, or underscores, n_Johnson, to get an email address that is just your name. Try your best to avoid numbers and cutesy nicknames. For example, an email that says cookiefan123456 at email.com isn't as professional sounding as n.johnson at email.com. A meaningful subject line reflects the content of your email. Avoid saying too much. For example, the subject that states, "Hi, I wanted to ask you about the thing you taught us in class yesterday afternoon. Do you have time later? Thanks." Also avoid saying too little, a subject like yesterday. Be clear and precise. Most people get 50 or more emails a day. You want your email to be one that they want to open up. Here's some subject line quick tips. A subject that is blank. This suggests that your name is the only thing the receiver needs to want to open your email, which comes across as arrogant. Either that or you were thoughtless and forgot it. A subject that states important. Read immediately. What is important to you might not be as important to your reader. Your email contents aren't a secret. Give your reader a clue. A subject that states quick question. If the question is actually quick, put it in the subject line. This is acceptable between coworkers or friends, but should be avoided when writing emails to teachers, bosses, or people you haven't met. A subject that states the file you requested. This subject line might be okay if you know the person and they really are expecting an email from you. However, people receive lots of emails with vague subject lines like this that actually contain viruses. The more specific you are, the less likely your email will get accidentally blocked. A subject that states, "Meeting this Friday, bring projector." This subject line is informative and answers both what and when, as well as giving the receiver an idea of what to expect inside the email, but it is a bit long. Let's look at salutations. Know the person's name if possible. Use dear or hello. Use the person's title, like Dr., Mrs., Miss, Mr., etc. Use the person's last name, followed by a comma or colon. This is more formal. If you don't know their name, use dear sir or madam, but only as a last resort. Make every effort to find their name. Introduce yourself. Also include the opportunity or question you're writing about and where you found their email address. For example, "Dear Professor Johnson, I am a student in your ACC 120 course. I'm writing regarding question 7 in the Chapter 8 homework. I'm having trouble determining the current ratio. Do you have time this week to meet with me and look it over?" Let's look at writing the actual message. State your purpose clearly and directly. No rambling. If your email is fluffed up, your reader might skip parts. Organize your email. If your topic is complicated, break it into logical sections or paragraphs. Add a line break, which is a blank space between each paragraph. And be polite. Please and thank you are still important, but being overly wordy wastes your reader's time, which is rude. Proofread your email. Double check your spelling and grammar. Reread your email out loud to check for errors or have someone else check it for you. In terms of caps, all caps is equal to shouting. Please don't shout. And no caps makes you look lazy or like you don't care. Also avoid informal writing. Never commit the crime of, "Hey girl," or "Thanks for your help today, you're great." Now here's a caution against meta messages. Meta messages are underlying meanings or subtext often conveyed through body language or vocal cues. In emails or text messages, we don't have body language or voice intonation to get the entire message. You have to rely on words alone. Things like sarcasm, joking, or playful behavior just don't come across correctly. We have to be really careful about how words are said and what order we put them in when writing. Avoid sending the wrong meta messages. Walk away for a time and reread your message with a fresh eye. Could your words mean something other than what you meant? For example, whoever thought it was an amazing idea to have the accounting club students send me an email about Ascend, thanks a lot. Maybe instead of the above, thank you to whoever thought to have the accounting club students send me an email about Ascend. It was an amazing idea. Never write or send an email when you're angry. Once you push send, that email is out in the world and cannot be retrieved. Like posts on social media, angry emails live forever and can come back to haunt you. Imagine if your angry email was posted online. Would others be impressed about how you kept your cool? Or would they be shocked by your language and attitude? If you need to write down your angry thoughts to get them out of your system, then do so. Just don't hit send. Time to wrap it up. There are lots of ways to end an email. Sincerely, respectfully, your student, cheers, thank you, I appreciate your help. Your ending and closing statement depends on the situation and your level of relationship with the receiver. You might not use sincerely with a friend or I appreciate your help when you haven't asked for any. Now try it out. Practice writing a professional email and rate yourself. Read your words aloud to check for errors.